Hey, Sinful Tic Tac. This is Nella here, and I'm responding to your R-E. Hail Greek God Pan. Hail Pan. And these are my comments. You said that you were a Hellenist Reconstructionist since June. That's nice, but I've been doing what I've been doing since I was 13 years old, and Pan chose me. And, I mean, that is part of the Greek way, is that the gods choose you, and the Pan chose me. Then you said, okay, most people did not do magic. How are you going to prove that? I mean, you can't. It's all good and well that, you know, maybe Hellenist Reconstructionists believe that, but that's what they believe. That's not necessarily what the truth is, especially in the Greek way. We don't know what they were doing. Now, it is connected with, you said you said there were family altars. I never said there wasn't, but you really need to look at some facts about Pompeii. I mean, going to ancient Pompeii, I learned that, you know, not all families had altars. Why? Because, I mean, they couldn't afford it. Some families were very, very poor, and they just couldn't afford it. Plus, there was an issue of the transportation. I mean, if you go to Greece today and go to some back alley village that you have to pretty much walk miles and miles and miles to, you'll see the problem. I mean, they can't get stuff. Even today, sometimes. If they don't have a car, they're just, you know, SOL. And, I mean, that would be a huge problem in ancient times, I could imagine. So, did some people go out and do magic outside if they did magic? I would say so. Another thing is, you said, or you were going on, I never said that Pan didn't hunt with the satyrs, or he didn't have anything to do with them. I said that it was a totally separate thing in mythology. I mean, he was not related to satyrs. Going on to mythology, according to this website, http, www.lombergar.com, or it's www.lombergar.com/gallery/ancient_Greek_mythology-g55.html. They say the very term mythology is derived from the Greek word mythologia, which itself is a combination of two words, mythos, meaning a ritualized speech, and logos, which means a convincing story or an ordered argument. There's also another take on logos, and that's just the order of the universe. The Greeks referred to the myths throughout their artworks in an effort to shed light on cult practices and ritual tradition that were already ancient but poorly understood. So, basically, my point is, some people said that I shouldn't look at mythology to see how the ancient Greeks were. No. See, some of them could not write in ancient times. You know, some of them weren't that well educated, depends on the status that they had. And so, a lot of times, things would be passed down in oral tradition rather than writing. Yeah, there was some really important people who did write some stuff down, but you got to understand who would be doing magic in those times. It's going to either be the priests or the priestesses, which normally things didn't get written down because there's a tradition of actually being dedicated and going through what you need to go through in order to learn things rather than just learning from, per se, a book. And then you had the thing of a lot of the poor people would do magic. And if they didn't know how to write, well, then they learned through oral tradition. Then about the whole chaos thing in Pan, refer back to your ADHD video. Also refer to mythology. In the Greek mythology, I mean, the universe started with chaos, basically. Well, some people think chaos, some people think love. I see it as one of the same, love and chaos. And as far as your ADHD video, you were talking about, order and chaos and all that. Well, I see it like you see it, but I see that the background is chaos and that order can exist, but it's up to us to put the order into things. Sorry.